Welcome to the Rhea County Justice Center. This new facility, which is located in North Dayton, houses both the Rhea County Judicial Court System and the Rhea County Sheriff's Department and Jail. We are about to take you on a virtual tour of this new facility, but before we get started, let's take a look back at how it all began. In August of 2017, the Rhea County Commission voted to move forth with the construction of a new Justice Center. This new Justice Center would replace the current aging and overcrowded jail, as well as the courthouse, which is 130 years old. The site chosen for construction of the new Justice Center was on the old Rhea County Hospital property, which was located on Highway 27 in North Dayton. This 10.5-acre site once housed the former Rhea County Hospital and Nursing Home. In 2007, the hospital moved into their new facility, which is located just a few miles north on Highway 27. After the old hospital closed at this location, the Life Care Center began operating the nursing home, and remained there until 2013 when they moved into their new facility, north of Dayton. By early 2018, site preparations had begun for the new Justice Center. The original 1958 portion of the hospital was demolished, leaving the 1978 and later wings. The architectural design of the new Justice Center included renovating and using the old portions of the existing building in the design of the new center. This would help keep construction costs down. From demolition of the old hospital section, site preparation and construction, the project was completed in early 2021. The new facility was completed, coming in $500,000 under the projected $23 million price tag. Open house was held on the new Rhea County Justice Center on February 18 and 19, 2021. There are 3 separate entrances into the Justice Center that will be used by the public. Let us begin our tour with the entrance into the judicial section of the facility, which is located in the center of the building. Upon entering the building, you will be met by a Sheriff's Department court officer. It is here that you will go through a screening process and pass through a metal detector before you will be allowed to proceed any further into the building. After you clear security, you will find yourself in the lobby, just outside the 3 courtrooms. The lobby contains overflow seating for the courtrooms. Video monitors are placed on the wall to keep you informed of the court docket. The lobby also contains a history wall, which displays photographs of interest from Rhea County's past. The Justice Center houses 3 courtrooms that are all designed similar. Now let us take a look into these 3 courtrooms, starting here, in the General Sessions Courtroom. Civil, criminal, and family matters are just a few of the type of cases that are heard here in General Sessions Court. Our next stop is here in the Chancery Courtroom. It is here that the Chancellor hears a variety of cases. While probate is the main type of case heard here, others that may also be brought before the Chancellor are divorces, property disputes, workmen's compensation, delinquent property taxes, and other civil matters. This is a view of the Circuit Courtroom. This courtroom replaces the second-floor courtroom in the old courthouse downtown. This courtroom is where any jury trials would be held. The jury box does contain 14 chairs, 12 of which are for the active jurors, and the 2 remaining are for alternate jurors if needed. This courtroom, along with the previous 2 you saw, does contain the latest in security features. Video cameras are located in each courtroom, as well as throughout the entire facility. Each courtroom does contain access doors from a secured corridor. These doors will be used by the judge, court clerks, and officers who may be bringing any inmates to court from the jail. Leaving any one of the 3 courtrooms, you will find it to be just a short walk down the hallway to the administrative offices of the courts. This is the area where you will find Chancery Court Clerk John Fine and Circuit Court Clerk Jamie Holloway, along with their staff. This is where you would go concerning any legal or clerical matters relating to the courts. You will find the Chancery Court offices on your left, and the Circuit Court offices on your right. The staff of these court clerks are on duty, Monday through Friday, to assist you with any matters relating to the courts. Just a side note, to bring you up to speed on where you're located inside the building. The view that you are currently looking at is the former area of the lobby, or day room, as it was sometimes called, at the entrance to the old nursing home. This new facility also contains several rooms for record storage of the various courts inside the facility. This particular storage room you're viewing is the record storage area for the circuit court. These storage racks have movable tracks that allow a staff member to easily navigate the many rows of records to locate their desired record. This section of the building also contains 2 jury deliberation rooms, as well as offices for the judges and district attorney who are currently involved in an active jury trial. The entrance into the jail is located on the north end of the complex. This is where you would enter concerning any matters pertaining to an incarcerated inmate at the facility. Once you enter the lobby or of the jail, you will find the reception window. The corrections officer behind this window will assist you in any way they can. The lobby also contains public restrooms. There are no in-person visits conducted here in the jail. Instead, you will schedule an appointment online to come to the jail to visit an inmate by video through a designated visiting area in the lobby. You will notice that the video center has 2 phone headsets connected to it. This will allow 2 persons to visit and talk to the inmate at once. There are similar video centers located within the cell block areas, which you will see a bit later in this video. At this time, due to the CDC's recommendations for safe distancing related to the COVID virus, the visiting area is not up to maximum capacity yet. There is also a designated visiting area for an inmate to have a private visit with his or her attorney. This visit is conducted through a window with an intercom system. The public is not allowed any further beyond the areas in the lobby that you have just seen. Only authorized persons are permitted to enter any further into the jail facility. Let us now go outside and see the entrance used by law enforcement officers when a person is arrested and brought to the jail. The gate that you are looking at goes into an area known as the Sally Port. This is an enclosed area where law enforcement vehicles enter a secured area to access the intake area of the jail. The area you are looking at here is the old ambulance entrance to the emergency room from the former hospital. Entering the building, you will find yourself in the intake area of the jail. This is the first stop of those persons taken into custody. It is here that you will be formally booked into the jail. Corrections officers will gather necessary information from you. Afterwards, you will be fingerprinted and photographed. Persons booked into the jail will be required to shower, and afterwards, they will be issued correctional uniforms to wear while they are incarcerated. Any clothing and personal items in their possession will be inventoried and then stored away in the property room, where their belongings will remain until the inmate is released from jail. Once your booking is complete, you will be assigned to one of the intake cells. If you are going to be incarcerated for an extended period of time, you will be classified and moved from the intake area of the jail into the general population. There are 2 areas of general population, one being the pods and the other being the workhouse, both of which are maximum security. We are about to show you both and explain the differences between the 2. Anytime you leave one area of the jail to pass into another area, you will pass through heavily fortified security doors. We are going to begin here in the pods, as they are known. This area is accessible through several security doors. You have now reached the center of the pods. Try to get a mental picture in your mind of what the pods look like. Imagine a pie, which has been cut into 8 pieces, where each piece represents a pod area or cell block. These areas are identified as A through H. Each inmate that is brought here has been assigned to one of these 8 pods. There are 2 types of pods. The one you're looking at is a dormitory-style pod. In this housing area, inmates are free to move about the day room area as they wish. When we visited the lobby area earlier, we showed you the video visitation area. Each one of the 8 pods contain a video visitation unit. This is where an inmate would communicate with his or her family that is out in the lobby's visitation room. On-site video visitation is free to both the inmate and their families. In the near future, any inmate will be able to rent a tablet and subscribe to a service that would give them the opportunity to communicate with the family at home via the internet. These dorm-style pods also have shower and restroom facilities. The other type of housing area is a pod that contains 8 cells. This is different from the dormitory-style pods. Inmates here are locked down in a cell 23 hours out of the day. These inmates are given 1 hour a day out of lockdown to move about in the day room area. Each cell contains a toilet, shower, and 4 bunks for those locked down here. Next we move on to the workhouse area of the jail. The workhouse, as it is called, is another dormitory-style housing area. The inmates housed here in the workhouse have been granted special authorization to be out of their cells at times to work. These inmates may actually leave the jail at times and work off-site, or they may remain here on jail property and perform a variety of duties. Let us take a moment and bring you up to date as to where you're located in the building. This is the men's workhouse area. This is actually the old cafeteria of the former hospital. Located just across the hall is the women's workhouse cell. Located just down the hall from the workhouse is the jail's kitchen. This is actually the original kitchen from the former hospital and nursing home. During construction of the Justice Center, the kitchen was renovated and equipped with the latest food preparation equipment. Rhea County has entered into a contract with a commercial foods company to provide meals 3 times a day to all inmates. Inmates from the jail's workhouse actually do the cooking and cleaning under the supervision of an employee from the food service provider. Also located near the kitchen is the laundry room, which is also operated by inmates from the workhouse. Those necessary items issued to inmates, such as their correctional uniforms and blankets, are cleaned here. A classroom is also available inside the jail to inmates who wish to obtain their GED. Now let us take a look at how the jail connects to the courts. Whenever an inmate is scheduled to be in court, he or she will be moved from their assigned cell or housing area and brought here to a special holding cell, which is located near the courtrooms. Whenever the inmate's case is called, they will be moved through a secure corridor and into the courtrooms, as we learned earlier in this video. The last stop on our tour of the jail facility is here in the control tower. From here, the corrections officers on duty can monitor the entire jail's population. Security cameras are located through the entire facility, including the inmate housing areas. All doors inside the jail are controlled by these officers in the tower. This facility is equipped with the latest in security technology. There are multiple layers of security measures in place throughout the building to protect the integrity of the facility. Now let's proceed to the entrance to the Sheriff's Department. This entry point is located on the south end of the building. This is where you would come to conduct any business with the administrative staff, detectives, chief deputy, or the sheriff. Once you enter the building, you will be greeted by a member of the Sheriff's Department staff that will assist you. This section of the Justice Center is the old nursing home. The design and layout remains virtually the same. The old patient rooms have been remodeled into office space for various personnel from the department. This office pictured here belongs to an investigator from the department. Other offices for Sheriff's Department personnel are very similar. This is the office of the Chief Deputy. It is complete with a conference table for use when holding meetings with personnel or citizens with concerns. And finally, this is the office of the Sheriff. The Sheriff is responsible for the day-to-day operations of the entire Sheriff's Department and jail. Aside from the facility that you've toured through this video, the Sheriff is also responsible for seeing that the most qualified men and women are deputized and keeping our county safe. The Rhea County Emergency Operations Center is also housed here in the Sheriff's Department. Located in the old dining hall of the nursing home, this would be the command post, where heads of all emergency services in the county would meet in the event of a disaster or catastrophe in the county. The unused office space in the Sheriff's Department wing will be rented. This will help in paying for and maintaining the facility. Many offices have already been rented. The Tennessee Highway Patrol and the Public Defender's Office are just a couple of the new tenants. This concludes our video tour. Sheriff Mike Neal, on behalf of the entire staff of the new Rhea County Justice Center, would like to thank you for taking time to learn about this new facility.